What's happening, guys? 2021 is here and we have some preparation to do. Let's get into it. Okay, awesome. So we've started the year strong. I've already assembled the 450. NATO's just waiting behind there. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a workshop tour just to show you what's coming up in 2021. And I need to work on the pit bike, get that race ready, get that race prepped. There was just one or two little things. Obviously, took her for a spin in December. Absolutely love that little pit bike, by the way. But took her for a spin and exhaust came loose and just one or two other little wigglies. So we're going to sort that out. Make sure we're ready for the race season this year, because that is going to be damn dope. Come have a look. So NATO is still looking damn awesome. Going to give that a lick of paint this year. The 450 is now up and running and ready. Can't wait to jam this. Still got my Farm Jam sticker on the front. But we're planning to do a bit of racing, bit of normal riding, some trails. That's going to be damn fantastic. Oh yes, and the pit bike is still looking fresh. A little bit dirty at the moment. Got all the fairings pulled off. The subframe is off. I've also just loosened the rear shock. I will probably remove this. Not sure if you can see here, but these bushings have gone. So I'll attempt to replace those while this is all opened. But I'll show you exactly what we're going to weld shortly. And then I've just gone through the bike. I've lengthened up my forks. They were down here. You can see where the old marking was. So a little bit taller. That's fantastic. Rerouted all my wiring. Took insulation tape, went over where I needed to, where it was unraveling already. Remounted the tank, made sure I used Loctite on that. Then just tightened up things like gear shifters and all of that sort of stuff. I'll go through, see if there's any wiggles on any bearings, stuff like that. Wherever I can, I will undo bolts and put Loctite. That's just a general good rule for these pit bikes. But I want to be sure that I'm all prepped and ready for the next racing season. So I think this is going to be damn cool. Let me show you what we're going to weld on the subframe. So it's a little bit easier to see here. So there's this little sort of cylinder that they've machined and put a thread through, and they just tacked it on to hold the exhaust on. So in the interim, I just put a bolt and nut just to space and hold that just for December. But I'm going to go here, just weld up here, weld up there. That'll be strong again, and we'll rebolt it to the frame. That should be no problem. All in all though, the subframe is still looking good. No damage. I've just inspected the welds for cracks. Everything else is looking good. There we go. That's much better now. Got that welded up. Just filed the so we had a little bit of deformation on the edge here. Just filed that up. So let's go remount this to the bike. And I needed an oil service. Just make sure she's ready for the season. Woo! Oh yes, now that's looking much better. The exhaust's not going to move at all. The pipe doesn't move. Nothing moves there. That's feeling fantastic. Just remounted the subframe and the rear shock. I do need to get some bushings for the rear shock. Let's see if I can show you guys the movement. There you can see it. So I've got not much movement there, but just enough that I'm not happy with it. So I'll order those bushings. I'm just going to reassemble for now. I can still ride it like this. I'm not going to cause any further damage. The bolts themselves don't have any wear on them, so it's the physical bushing moving within itself. So let's go ahead and reassemble, maybe give her a whack. Oh, we still needed an oil service, just remembered. Alrighty, let's get this oil service done. Whew! Looking on the camera, this thing needs a good clean, but let's drop the oil, then we'll give her a clean. We got a 17mm socket. I'm just going to warm the motor up in 2 minutes, and then we'll give it an oil drain. So I found my bike takes about a litre. I'm not sure what the other pit bikes take. It does have a dipstick, so you can always fill up as you need and then just double check on the dipstick, but about a litre is what these pit bikes normally take. Cool, let's go and replace the sun plug. Just keep in mind there's a crush washer there. I've inspected mine. It's barely been crushed actually, so I'm going to reuse it. If I have any oil leaks, I will change that, but I don't think I'm going to have any issues. Okay, now when tightening that, you don't want to go too tight. If you strip those threads out, it just causes a pain. So I'm stopping at 750 mils, just going to put the dipstick in, give it a start, let it run for a few seconds, check oil height, and then see the last little bit, but it should be a litre. Okay, dipstick was only filled to about the first notch here, so we're going to top it up. It does take a litre. Well, there's only one way to tell if you did a good job of the job. Going like a Boeing, baby. I love a good wheelie off little things like that. It feels pretty lacquer. These foot bikes are just so torquey. They love to have a little bit of a wheelie. Woohoo! Oh yes, smooth as silk, baby. Alright, it's working like a charm. So the pit bike's all sorted, really chuffed about that. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, a sub would be really awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.